will ask them question, and if they don't answer, you deduct a mark.
Then they will answer the questions,
Yes.
right? Okay. So, before we proceed, I would like to again welcome Mr. Patrick Morgan, and then Mr. Ehsan Kodayari from Recruit, Place and Train Singapore, which is before this we have collaborated through internship program of our students, and we were very happy with the result of the students, where few alumni have succeeded in their internship in Singapore, and now they started their own career and still in Singapore, and that is all actually with the help of the RPT, and we hope that we will continue collaborating with RPT in the next coming batch of students. Hopefully, they will have this interest to go to Singapore and have some experience working there, after gain some knowledge through this sharing through this webinar. So without further ado, I would like to hand over this room to these two moderators today. Okay, let them introduce themselves, and if the participants also, if you have any questions, you may raise your hands and ask questions, and you may also type your question in the chat room. Okay, so the room is yours, moderators. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Peter, and this is my friend Mr. Western Williams, your moderator for today. Welcome to today's webinar, the Employability of Hospitality Graduates during this COVID-19 pandemic. Before we get started, I want everyone to mute their microphone to avoid background noises that may distract you from listening to our webinar. For your information, our work panel from Recruit, Place and Train Singapore about Recruit, Place and Train RPT is a professional executive placement agency that provides job placement, industry attachment, and training service for corporations with special emphasis in the hospitality, nursing, marine, oil and gas, technology.
Ehsan, can you hear?
I can hear you, but I cannot hear other.
Yeah, I can't hear anything as well.
Hello.
Evelyn's muted. Everybody I see is muted. This must be the moderators.
Yeah. We cannot. Let me. I text her.
To all participants, please be patient for a while. There is some technical problems here. Yeah, the moderator is fixing the microphone.
Okay, no problem. We're here for you. Our objective is to be here for you.
This is the problems that we always face when we do online meeting, webinars. Yeah.
Understand.
Okay. Now?
For your information, our panel both from Recruit Place and Train Singapore. About Recruit and Place Train Singapore, RPT is a professional executive placement agency provide job placement, industrial attachment, and training service for corporation with special emphasis in the hospitality, nursing, marine, oil and gas, information technology, and commercial industry. Let me introduce you our first panel, Mr. Ehsan Kodayari. Professional career experience, Malaysia, Singapore, and Iran. Currently, he is work as Business Development Manager in Recruit Place and Train. Educational background, MBA General Specialization, Master of Business Administration at University Utara Malaysia, Bachelor of Management in Major International Businesses, Management and Minor Southeast Asian Studies, and he is an associate degree aircraft, airframe, and power plant maintenance technician. Mr. Ehsan is actively involved in professional international project activities since 2013. Honor and achievement honored by Malaysia National Newspaper Berita Harian as a successful leader of USM, achieved project goals and director and advisor in more than 25 international projects under University Malaysia.
University Science Malaysia.
University Science Malaysia, sorry. As a president of Hospitality student at USM, manage over 20,000 students of their well-being and best service the university activities. Let me pass to my friend, Mr. Western Validones, to introduce our second panel.
Our second panel name is Mr. Patrick. He also Recruit and Train RPT, founder and director, International Business and Marketing Consulting. He has been a resident of Singapore for 30 years, has extensive experience in USA and Asia business. Expertise from the following countries: Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Myanmar. In addition, accomplished senior manager with extensive experience in hospitality, marine oil, and gas offshore construction, and manufacturing sector, a diverse range of business, company, and hospitality organization across Asia. Mr. Patrick has a wide range of professional experience, such as Selton College International, Recruit Place and Train, Terima Engineering, RGB Penang, Malaysia, Singapore Swimming Club, Singapore Polytechnic Graduate Wheel, Port Canning Country Club, Minnesota Rubber, California, and Singapore. Their industry product rubber product, textile and printing industry. Professional qualification: Master of Business Administration, Mercury Graduate School of Management, Bachelor of Science, St. Mercury, Illinois State University, Accenture Degree, Chemistry, Illinois Central College. Without further ado, I would like to welcoming our present to deliver the presentation.
Thank you for those introductions. Very nice, very complete, very complete. We appreciate you inviting us here today. Mr. Ehsan and I are very happy to speak with Bali KK again, and in particular with our good friend, Miss Evelyn. Just to give you an overview of our company, and you've heard it from many folks, and if I'm coming through clearly, please do let me know, or if I'm coming through not so clearly, do let me know. If you cannot understand what I'm saying, let me know. I will slow down a bit. We've been in business. Our company was established in 1998, and our focus has always been on the development and growth of young people in the hospitality industry. It's been of great interest to me as I've worked in the hospitality industry for over 30 years. And in this area, it takes a very special person with a very special talents that are developed through focus and passion for this industry. So I would take it that everyone here today is very interested in developing their careers in hospitality. However, what I want to share with you is that as you go on and you start to develop your career, your internship, wherever it may be, will be the telling tale of whether or not you have the passion for this industry. Singapore is one of the top locations in the world to come and do your internship. Why would that be? That's because Singapore is the most multifaceted country in Southeast Asia. It's a gateway to Asia for all of the Westerners. It's a transportation hub, a banking hub, and some of the most diverse culinary pleasures that you will ever have in food and beverage, as well as local pleasures. We have been working for many years with PKK. We started many years ago by coming and doing presentations on site, which is what I prefer to do. And we've had really great success with Poly KK students coming over to work in our top hotels. We represent 55 top hotels and 6 top food and beverage groups in Singapore today. And with the representation of those organizations, we have a great opportunity for you all to develop yourself, not only professionally, but develop that network that's going to reach out into the globe, into the world today. We are no longer a peninsula by ourselves or an island by ourselves, but we are becoming more and more global citizens every single day. The industry of hospitality is one that has faced many, many challenges this year. And those challenges over the last 2 years, those challenges have been something that none of us would ever foresee or could have foreseen. When we talk to young students like yourselves, what we want to do is to provide you a positive outlook on life, benefit you going forward into your career, and hope that in your experience with us and with the services we provide, we improve your life. It's extremely important to us. So with that, we have taken an opportunity today to reach out to you in one of our first presentations of this year, because everything has been stopped, to let you all know that the hospitality is robust and will recover. Maybe not at the same way that it was running before, but it will have a new normal that we will all work together in and protect ourselves. Now I'm going to turn over to Mr. Ehsan for him to share with you about himself so that he can help you to understand a bit more about what he does and what we do in the industry.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Good morning, everyone. Okay, and thank you for MCs for introduction of me. And I need to add a little bit more on it. My wife also is Malaysian Chinese. Okay, so I'm very multi-international person. Okay, and I'm living I used to live in Malaysia over 8 years. Now I'm in Singapore, of course. Before COVID, traveled weekly, but due to COVID, stopped traveling, which is going to happen again end of the month which is the borders of the Malaysia and Singapore, going to open on the VTL, vaccination travel lane. And you will not required to do quarantine for 10 days, 1 week, 2 weeks when you come to Singapore, or those residents of the Singapore go to Malaysia. And it's very fantastic news, okay? About the COVID impact, okay? Before I start the presentation, actually, I had a phone call with Miss Evelyn. We did a little bit changes in your schedule. Maybe MC is aware of it. We want you, okay, I shared with you in the PowerPoint, we want you to make a group of 5, okay? And I share just with you what we want to do it, why we want it. Miss MC, I can share my PowerPoint. Can I share my PowerPoint? You are muted. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Very army style, yes, sir. Okay. I want to share. Okay, can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We need you make a group of 5 students, or can be students and alumni. Okay. We need you to answer the questions as below. Okay. Use your own wording and presentation. I was a student before. Okay, Mr. Patrick, Miss Evelyn, all of us, we were a student before. Of course, during their time, I'm not saying that they're Machik and Patrick, okay, but during their time, they didn't have Google like we use now, widely, okay? I need you answer these 4 questions here. First of all, we need list down 5 top hotel, large hotel group, okay? Because each hotel working on the hotel group, the group has branches all the world. I need you to list down 5 top. There are definitely more than that, but 5 is enough in the world, and name the best hotel in Singapore, okay? So you should start make a group of 5 students. Of course, the questions coming from the presentation as well, so you cannot just focus making your group. And another number 2, the question number 2, which institute is the most reliable and well-known in the world to evaluate and give a star or stars to the hotels, okay? Please don't come back to me with the Agoda and Booking.com, okay? There is one very well-known and famous institute in the world, okay? And you have to find out which one is it, okay? Number 3 question is very relevant also to you. Is hospitality and tourism industry is international? Should a student start working abroad, and why? Do you have plans to start your career abroad? If your answer is no, tell me why. Okay, you have to tell us why. And number 4, related to the today presentation, we give you some examples, some explanation, okay, basic explanation about the COVID impact and all these 3 topics which is we are going to talk to, okay? We need you prepare the other items which is we are not touching them, okay? Each topic you need to prepare. It's up to you how many additional question. It can be like a question, it can be like your idea, okay, and it can be like your knowledge sharing, okay? The prize, we have a gift for you. The prize, first winner group, each member group will receive $150 Sing dollar, okay, Singapore dollar, cash upon arrival to Singapore if you come under our program, which is called RPT Singapore Career Graduate Program. Okay, later on, not today, but later on, you can contact us and ask us what is it. Okay, in general, it's a 6 months program. After your graduation, you come here, do the graduate program, development program, and you convert to the full time. Okay, this one for each group member means that if you have all of one group win, is the group win. Okay, is not individual. Second winner, sorry, I put here first winner, it must be second winner, is another $100 for the each member of the group who become the second winner. Okay, again, we give you cash when you come on the RPT Singapore Career Graduate Program. Okay, and the judge will be Miss Evelyn, okay, and her team to evaluate you. Okay, so RPT we just discussed with Miss Evelyn later after this presentation to see which, of course, she make a final decision and your faculty member. Okay, just we have a discussion. And today we are not going to say which group is the winner. Miss Evelyn will tell you in later on, maybe next week or any other day, who is the winner. Okay, let me start about the first topic, the impact of the COVID-19 in the hospitality and tourism industry. First of all, we cannot separate hospitality and tourism from each other. It's like a chicken and egg, okay? Always they come together, so they are not separated. You cannot say oh, sir, 1,000 years ago, people travel also other part of the world or the compound, blah, blah. They didn't use hotel. They go stay in the tent. Yes, that time, that tent considered as a hotel for them. Okay, so these two area coming together, you cannot separate at all. It is why always they call it hospitality and tourism. Okay, so what was the impact? Actually, was the impact? Why we don't use the is? What is the impact? Because now, as Mr. Patrick shared with you, hospitality and tourism industry going to the new norm. Okay, West Malaysia, we are quite aware what happened, how the interstate travel open, how the hotel and tourism industry going slowly back to the new normal. Okay, and how it is going to be slowly before COVID. Okay, so we have to know what is the future of the hospitality and tourism industry after COVID. Already we are too late talking about the COVID. Of course, we must learn the experience and what the countries do about the next endemic or pandemic, which is very soon happen. Very soon we will face with another pandemic in the world. Okay, I don't want to go detail why it happened, because we as a human poke every part of the nature. We destroy all the trees, all the mountains, everything we destroy for our benefit. Of course, these animals do some reaction, okay, and it become cause of something like COVID, or we had H1N1 or many other, especially Southeast Asia experienced a lot, and it is why Southeast Asia is very successful in the fighting against the COVID, because you have experience. While West countries, to be frank, at the beginning, you remember Italy or Germany or all advanced countries, they stuck up, they didn't know what to do. While that time, Malaysia was one of the lowest number of the infection in the world and doing great job. Singapore also good, but Singapore is a little bit different story. If sometimes you see the numbers going up, because Singapore is the small island, maybe it's the same size as the Pulau Pinang in West Malaysia, the mainland and the island. Okay, and the population is around 5.5 million, so it's very congested. So it has its own challenge, but of course the government of the Singapore, they are doing the best in the world. Okay, I don't want to talk too much. Sometimes movie talk more, and after the movie we go for the short discussion, okay, and explain for you more what really happened. Okay, just I share with you, all the impact of the COVID was not negative. It has positive as well. Okay, positive, you may say, what is the positive way? In Sabah and KK, which is one of the best part of Malaysia, okay, which I love KK, okay. When last time before COVID, Patrick asked me, hey, you need travel to the KK. Pastor, I want to go, you know, because I enjoy KK. Even sometimes my travel was early morning, I go, fly back nighttime, okay. Why? Because the nature is untouched, most of the parts, okay. And you may never notice and highlight, hey, after when COVID happened, there is no tourists. Our nature become more clean, right? It is one of the good impact. Other impact also of the positive impact of the COVID also is on us, okay? Let me go first what happened in Singapore. One of the general manager of the hotel, Orchard Hotel, which is our hotel partner as well, explain what was the first impact on the hotel industry. Okay, hotel and tourism is same. Okay, because they didn't have tourists, impact on the hotel. So as mentioned to you, we cannot separate them. Just I share you with you the impact is from the CNA News, Channel News Asia, which is based in Singapore. Let me share with you. All right.
Let's turn the sound on the video.
Yes. You cannot hear?
Cannot hear.
Oh. Okay. Just maybe I can share the link here. One of the moderator can play for the group. Is it possible? Actually, I cannot.
Sure.
The chat box is I cannot open. I think you make a restriction on it. Is it? Only you can open. Can you open to the other members?
Let us find out first, Mr. Ehsan, and we'll tell you afterwards.
Sorry, because I try to share in the group, but I cannot do it because they mentioned chat in channel meetings is only available to team members. I'm not allowed to share anything here.
We wait for the multimedia
Request.
team. Yeah, multimedia team to open the chat first.
Okay.
That's on you now have control.
Yeah.
See if you can play the video again.
I can play, but I don't think so. They don't have a. They have a sound here.
Mr. Ehsan, if you see the including sound when you are starting to sharing there is a button that you need to, I think, switch on,
Actually,
including
yeah,
sound.
including sound, because there is a one button, stop sharing or share the tray. Actually, is a tray, open share tray, right?
Mm-hmm. And suppose there is a button you click so that it will include the sound as well. Okay?
Yes, wait.
Or maybe you can share to me the link in Telegram as well.
Telegram, I have to open my Telegram. Very come. Okay, wait. I can share you now.
Okay. Itu nah. Kejap ya.
Okay, I share you now. I need to open.
And so with events, wedding banquets, and holiday reservations.
That's it.
Oh,
Yep.
we can hear already.
No, this one is from my phone.
Oh,
Wait, let me
if
share
you
it.
can see this button include computer sound.
Actually, doesn't have such a button for the computer sound.
I see. Maybe
Maybe
because
I'm
you
using.
join as a guest.
Yeah, actually, they mentioned I'm as a guest. It is why.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me time. I share with you. This is the video, first video. I share just with you in Telegram.
What you need delivered with Foodpanda. Food and more delivered.
YouTube always. Miss Evelyn, I shared two videos for you. One is, which is number one is now I wanna share. Number two is about the impact also about tourism, about the globe. Is some positive and negative also impact.
Our microphone's off.
All right, Mr. Ehsan, I already got it and
Okay.
already transferred to the moderator.
Cool.
We
Sure.
play. Dapat di Telegram. Still loading. Please be patient for a while. We still working on the link already pasted to YouTube and waiting for the video to be played. And after that, we will share.
Sure.
Oke, sudah nih kau kasih masuk di anu saja share. Kau tulis masuk di share. Alright, so I think yeah, we wait for the video to play.
Is this the #1 video, Hassan?
I
This is the
share
number
with Miss Evelyn both
Yeah.
of them, #1 and 2.
Yeah, this is the #1.
Yeah.
Standby #2.
As welcome as they are now. The coronavirus pandemic has put the brakes on tourism. In Berlin, everything came to a standstill.
High volume. Tidak dengar sama.
Weeks. Pleasure boats once empty. Hotels and restaurants also worry that people will stay away.
We have to show we're still here.
I
We're
think it's the
responsible for the
#2.
livelihoods of 45 people.
Usually we're booked at 80% capacity. Right now it's around 20%.
The industry faces huge losses. Now people who depend on tourism hope that the coming months will bring a turnaround as visitors put the lockdown behind them. Welcome to our COVID-19 special here on DW News. I'm Monica Jones in Berlin. Good to have you with us. Now, normally they'd be everywhere, crowding beaches, mountaintops and inner cities, leaving their rubbish behind and lots of cash. But this year, the coronavirus pandemic has kept tourists away, giving nature a break. As for the people depending on tourism, they suffer and look for new ways of making a living.
For these women, cleaning the river is the only job they can do at the moment. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, there is no tourism and business is at a standstill. Nelson Olerea initiated the cleanup. He pays each woman $5 a day as part of his effort to restore the ecosystem of the Nationalai Maasai Conservancy.
This is the most important watershed in this part of the Mara. The local community relies on this water for their usage, for cooking, cleaning, and even also the livestock and wildlife. Unfortunately, the river is heavily polluted because of the activities of the urban areas upstream, the tourist camps. All the way to that pool.
Olerea and his wife co-founded the Conservancy. Located right next to Kenya's famous Masai Mara National Park, Nationalai is run by the local Maasai community. Unlike other nature reserves, wildlife, people, and livestock exist here side by side, a balance that is supposed to help the community preserve its traditions, but also help protect wildlife and the environment.
And the biggest problem of facing wildlife today in Kenya is not actually poaching, as people might actually think of it. It is the lack of space. And that space is with communities. So communities have to be at the center of conservation.
This area always belonged to the community, but with the creation of the Conservancy, the people pulled down the fences and worked to restore the land. After 2 years, wildlife was able to return. To sustain this, they rely on funding from donors as well as tourism.
Tourism makes up about 20% of the Conservancy's income, and this is supposed to be the peak season. But the arrival of the corona crisis has made it clear that relying on tourism only is not the answer.
While Nationalai has managed to refocus on its conservation activities, they have also had to provide food aid to communities of the Mara region. Many of the people here work as guides, rangers in hotels, or sell local jewelry to tourists. The entire region's main source of income has been derailed. Additionally, local markets have been closed, disrupting trade in the area.
Everything has become difficult. Getting food is a problem. There are diseases all around us. We're just locked down at home and can't leave the village.
For the people here, it's a lifeline, and it could be another year before tourists actually start returning to the region.
So we need a paradigm shift in the conservation movement to find out other alternatives to sustain the important work that is done in conservation.
While the effects of the pandemic have devastated the region, Olerea hopes that this change will also give people the chance to build more resilient communities.
For more, let's bring in Jane Stacey. She's the head of the tourism unit for the OECD Center for Entrepreneurship, SMEs,
Actually,
Regions,
Mr.
and
Very,
Influencers in Paris. Good to have you with us. Please tell me, how's the tourist sector in OECD countries coping with the...
All right.
Okay, actually, this one, the movie was second movie, but anyway, let's discuss about this movie. This one, actually, one of the question, one of the good idea for your presentation also was inside this movie. Okay, the pandemic of the COVID force the people to find the alternative source of the job. Okay, so it's a very good impact of the COVID. You never look at as a negative impact. Another positive impact we see in this video clip or movie showing very sad face of the Kampong people, but in reality is very good because Kampong people, of course, there is a government support, and good example of this movie is Kenya, not Malaysia got the rich government, or Singapore, Singapore is one of the top 5 rich country in the world in the cash asset. Okay, can support everything. Kenya is poor country in Africa. Of course, they have a very large number of the tourists. Okay, and the tourism industry also is very good in the world, in the Africa especially. Okay, so what is the positive point? We learn. So COVID-19 doesn't have everything bad impact. No, open your eyes, you see. Okay, no source of the income from tourists. Okay, so force the people to find the alternative source of the money, which is normally can find from the clean source. Okay, what I mean clean source, I'm not talking about the money laundering or other things. I'm talking about the cleaning the river. Okay, cleaning river. Now you can see they pay $5 to the ladies do the cleaning of the river. It's very good impact to our nature. Don't look at your neighborhood or maybe sometime you're complaining. What to do? It is what we done to the nature, and it is the reflection of our bad things we done to the nature. We just have a COP26 seminar in the Scotland about our Mother Earth, right? Every day is a challenge. No one really focusing on the COVID anymore. As I shared with you before, this pandemic going to wipe out. New issue coming. New issue is what? Our Earth going to be hotter and hotter and hotter. You cannot settle it by wearing mask. Okay. So COVID, one of the good impact was we had a cleaner air because less travel by flight. Okay. We had a cleaner waters. Why? Because we know tourists, wherever they go, whatever education they have, definitely they make a pollution. Okay. Good example is from the Penang. I was reading a Star News. In Penang Island, they take a picture, put the Star News, and I live in Penang 8 years. I know Penang very well. Penang never been polluted like this. In Batofringi area, maybe you never traveled Penang, or just you went there very short time. You don't know where is the Batofringi or other tourist spot. Definitely Mr. didn't know. Maybe million of the water bottle, the plastic, everything there. And the local government, okay, the chief ministry, he was talking. He said that next holiday, tourists coming, we want to take action. We summon, we don't give a notice. Because I never seen Batofringi like this dirty. I never seen it during these 8 years. What is it? During COVID, we didn't have such a thing. I know people need to survive, need to makan, need money. Everyone know it. But in what cost to the nature and our future life? I had a very good lecture in USM, University of Science Malaysia. He graduated, he retired. Of course, he was the counselor of the Ministry of Economy of the Malaysia as well. He very nice person. He was full professor. And he studied his bachelor, master, all in US and one of the top universities. He always tell us, we borrow from our future generation, whatever we have. What does it mean? Means that whatever we are doing now, we can see the effect in the future. What our grandfather, great-grandfather, mother, all they done to the earth and nature, now we can see. Earth going to be hotter and hotter and hotter. Maybe we don't feel it in Malaysia and Singapore too much. However, Malaysia, you feel it a little bit more, especially West Malaysia, as I know. There's lots of flood, especially in Kedah, and many people, you know, luckily no death people, not too much, maybe one or two, but many people lose their house, their business, their farms, everything. So COVID, good impact of, one of the good impact is impact on the nature. Okay, our neighborhood and our compound cleanness. Less air pollution. In Malaysia, you never face air pollution because you have a windy and rainy weather, or in Singapore. Okay, I'm not sure if you feel the haze always coming from Indonesia to Malaysia and Singapore and Thailand or not. Okay, but when I was living in Penang or in Singapore, when the haze coming from the Indonesia, okay, always we choke. We need to use mask, face mask. Okay, why this one disappeared? Because of COVID. Because of COVID, right? This one suddenly disappeared. So very good impact for us also. I know this the palm oil industry, they need to create job, create money for the people, but it never forced them to find a good alternative. Now, no choice. They must find a proper alternative. Go for the clean industry. There are 1,000 ways of the clean industry, and government, all the government in the world are very open, even the corrupted government like my country, okay, very open to sponsor the companies going for the clean operation. Okay, so very good impact. So everything is not bad impact. Okay, so in your presentation, don't forget you bring other good impact. So one of the good impact is pollution. Okay, we have a less pollution during the COVID. However, unfortunately, all going back very fast. Okay, and second impact, alternative, people lose the source of the money from tourism. Okay, tourism is for Malaysia and Singapore was like oil for the Middle East. Middle Eastern countries all very rich because they have oil. Tomorrow, if the oil finish, they cannot say, oh, sorry, oil finish, I don't have money, let me die. Of course, they want to survive. Okay, so they must go for the alternative method. To be frank, few countries, for example, in Middle East, for example, Iran is my country as an example. they become very successful and they become very creative. You know why? Because of the sanctions of the United States and United Nations, Iran cannot export the oil. How people survive? Government don't care, of course. They have their own money. How people survive? They no choice. They must be creative. Find another source of the money, right? So is a good example of your country, Malaysia or Singapore. It makes the people creative to find new method how to earn money, not only rely on the tourism, just where tourists coming, we charge, okay, get money, get money, get money. Especially Sabah. Sabah, your airport, maybe not like KLIA, but I believe the traffic in Sabah International Airport, KK International Airport, not less than KLIA. You had a direct flight from Korea and China, not joking. You don't have any other city direct flight from Korea, even not Penang. Okay, but in Sabah you have. Okay, so of course Sabah is very rich in other resources, Sabah and Sarawak, especially in the oil and gas, and you have one of the best trees in the world. Okay, in the world, which is unfortunately the cutting to make a paper. Okay. Anyway, so I give you two examples of the good impact. Of course, we go another movie, Miss Evelyn play. We see what is the impact and bad impact of on tourism and hospitality, which is Singapore is the example. Why we bring Singapore, not Malaysia? Because during the COVID, to be frank, we never ever face any of our hotel or restaurant industry retrench any of our training. Never. It is because of the proper management and of course government support scheme. Okay, government support scheme. Okay, okay. Please play next. Please play next. Not this la. This child. This child.
Tourists have never been as well.
Yang kedua.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
I'm very keep quiet. I thought you kicked me and Mr. Patrick out from the webinar.
Sorry, sir, we have some technical issue.
No worries.
Issue, okay.
Don't worry, sir. I will hear for you.
We've got somebody there for us, Hassan.
Yeah.
Mr. Awang. He's going to take care of us.
Will stay away.
We have to show we're still here. We're responsible for the livelihoods of...
Okay.
This is not another one.
The one.
No. Let me
Pandemic tourism itu depan dia. Pandemic tourism. So while waiting, if the participants have some questions to ask the panel, you feel free to ask.
Yeah, please. If you have a question also about your presentation, your hadiah, other things, ask me.
Let me speak in Malay, Mr. Ehsan and Mr. Patrick.
Tidak ada masalah lah.
Para pelajar, kamu faham apa yang Mr. Patrick dan Mr. Ehsan bagi tahu tadi? Yang ada beberapa soalan di post tu kan? Mungkin kamu boleh tanya. You may ask questions regarding the homework given by Mr. Ehsan just now. If you are not clear about the questions, what you need to do, then I think it's not harm if you ask Mr. Ehsan or Mr. Patrick. Feel free to ask students. I'm sure some of you are very excited listening from the responses just now. Ada dia bagi lagi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you have questions from me or Mr. Patrick?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Jean and I'm one of lecturer for Jabatan. Tourism and Hospitality Department.
Jabatan means office, I know.
It's a department actually in English. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Ehsan and partner, to give a sharing to our student for this morning. It's an interesting talk about your experience. So I just want to maybe, because you said just now you have an experience in Penang before, and then you move maybe now in Singapore, and maybe you have something, see the difference between hotel in our country and maybe in Singapore from the tourist or hotel perspective that you can share to our student today.
Very fantastic question you asked. But me and Patrick decided not to talk about it. Maybe it's offensive to you and Malaysia. First of all, I don't have any issue with Malaysia. Even my wife is Malaysian Chinese. Okay. So, and I'm not Singaporean. None of us Malaysian or Singaporean. Okay. So we are not biased. Very good question. Fantastic question. Let us talk about the hotel and service. Okay, and for example, comparison of the internship program in Malaysia and Singapore. Okay. Firstly, now I'm doing my PhD in University of Ottawa, Malaysia, about the tourism and hospitality related to the HR and human resource department and supply of the manpower, and the skills of the Malaysian coming to work in Singapore. Of course, I now defer it because of the COVID, And the reason is that because my research topic going to change, because COVID changed everything, okay? Has changed in the hotel industry, so of course, definitely I affected. So I just waiting, see what is the result coming after new norms, then I have to change my topic, okay? Whole my PhD going to change. About the, let me start about internship, because internship is the first step people to find out whether they like this career, maybe hospitality, IT, or whatever, or not. Maybe they don't like, maybe they like. Okay. Internship, Mr. Patrick can elaborate more. The internship is the first step, and it's very important where they start the internship. Because whatever they see during the internship make the mindset of the students, oh, whole the industry is like this. About the internship program, Singapore and Malaysia comparison. First, students go start internship to learn a skill and earn some money. Okay. However, most of the students, money-wise, is very important for them. Okay. And Mr. Chin, do you think students consider cheap labor in Malaysia or Singapore? Can you share your idea about it? I wanna, because it's very many parents, many students, oh, we go Singapore as a cheap labor. I wanna just, what is your idea about it?
I think, of course, Malaysia.
Definitely in Malaysia, they consider cheap labor.
Yeah. The first one is about our
I
currency.
can share with you, one of the lecturer, deputy dean, one of the school in the WhatsApp group. We're talking about the internship. He said, hey, Mr. Hassan, now the demand in Malaysia is very high because Bangladesh and Indonesia are not coming to do work anymore because of the border restriction in Malaysia. So what does it mean? I'm not saying that I'm not against any nationality, but we know it from Bangladesh and Indonesia, they come do the cheap work, which is Malaysian don't want to do. Are they going to do similar job to Singapore in Singapore? No. In Singapore, when I assigned the task for F&B is F&B. Housekeeping, housekeeping. Front office is front office. They never ask you to do multiple tasks. Reason. First, they don't want students or trainees jump here there, they learn nothing. Touching the different type. They become the, short touch and go for each department without enough knowledge. What the students will learn, for example, do the 1 month housekeeping, 1 month front office, then 1 month go do the F&B service. Do you think they learn anything from these departments? Of course, we have many other departments. In my idea is nothing, which is in Malaysia is very common. I receive many resumes from the students. I can see 3 months internship, they touch the front office, housekeeping, F&B. And all of them want to come front office. Okay, without the knowledge, what is the front office? Okay. However, I tell you, I'm not talking about Palit KK. My research related to this is many of them coming from the university side. They do not teach the proper method and the operation of the hospitality. Okay, why students want to come front office, we can discuss. Because front office, they think is very easy job. They just use the computer, they learn Opera system. Oh, the check-in, check-out. No, there is nothing such a this thing. They have to stand up many hours. They're back killing. And everyone is not kind and nice like Malaysian. If the room of the Malaysian be late after 2 p.m., become 3 p.m., 4 p.m., still all the Malaysians smile, they never become angry. They say, okay, never mind, I go have some nasi lemak, char kway teow, I have, I don't know, mee goreng ayam, blah, blah, blah. They enjoy. If rich person coming from the Middle East, very tired, 8, 9, 10 hours flight, right? Maybe night flight coming, and before the guest mentioned, hey, I need my room be ready earlier. And as a front office staff trainee, you want to say that, hey, sorry, sir, your room is not ready. Can we give you complimentary juice? You have a rest. Rest where? On the sofa? You think that person just accept it like this? No. We know some guests asking general manager come to apologize to the guests, not the front office staff. And it's not one or two a year. It's 1 or 2 a day. They have to face these challenges. Okay, it's just example. Universities must teach their students what is it. Don't go for housekeeping, front office. Students don't want to go housekeeping. Majority don't want to come. Okay, they say, oh, I wash toilet, so why not? It's a part of your study education. You must do it. And the students must learn during the education. If you are smart, you wanna go jump to the managerial level, not step, slowly. Go housekeeping, because of the competition is very less, because no one want to do housekeeping. Front office, you just promote in the Facebook, hundreds of the students queue for you. You know, about the comparison, this one I believe is Malaysia and Singapore is same thing, every part of the world. Okay, about the cheap labor, now we know Singapore is not, they are not considered cheap labor. Why? Because during the internship, basic salary $800 to $1,000, only basic, no OT, nothing, which is they pay by the government rules and regulation. They pay OT hour, they give them extra rest day. Besides that, behind there is thousands of the cost for the employer. What is the cost? They have to pay the Ministry of Manpower, or we call it MOM, every month about 800 Sing dollar when they bring the Malaysian students to do internship. Okay, they never know. Students never know, and they're ready to pay. There is another thing. When they bring the Malaysian trainee, they have a limited quota of bring the foreign workers. Okay, students already occupy one quota. I mean, that one, hotels and restaurants, they're ready to pay maybe 1,000 extra more, or maybe more. To the Ministry of Manpower, give them more quota. No, sorry, this one cannot buy. In Malaysia, you can buy. Immigration you can buy legally. We are taking everything legal. Okay, Singapore Ministry of Manpower, sorry, you hire 3 Singaporean or PR, I give you 1. If you don't hire enough, sorry, you cannot buy it. Finish. Okay, forget about it. About how much they pay levy, $800. You say the salary allowance of the students go $800, which is now most of the employer pay $900 to $1,000, excluding OT. Okay, they must follow the Ministry of Manpower, all the rules and regulation. Malaysia, who follow the Ministry of Human Resource? Very rare international hotel, very rare. Maybe your Shangri-La hotel in KK, E&O hotel in Penang, maybe these 2, and maybe few another in Kuala Lumpur. The rest, they don't. Here, they have to work 44 hours per day. Where got Malaysia 44, per week? Where Malaysia got 44 hours per week? That's the training. Sorry?
Malaysia is 48 hours a week, according to the law.
Set by government, but who follow the government rules and regulation, right?
Yeah, right, correct.
Singapore cannot. They must follow. Okay. Of course, government say can go up to 72 hours, give for example, extra hours, but must pay OT or extra rest following week. Okay. The employer follow. Because it's the government, they don't play with the Ministry of Manpower. But Malaysia, trainee go complain to the Ministry of Manpower. Maybe after 2-3 years, they call the student, come here. Hey, you had a case 3 years ago. What was your case? Allah, Mike, already 3 years passed now. I forget now. You know what I mean? No, Singapore, we don't have, and it is not only for foreign workers. Local, Singaporean, permanent resident, on the work pass, on the S pass, on the special pass, whatever. As long as you work here, you are employed. Of course, some employer, to be frank, they break the rule. Okay, but our partners don't do it. Otherwise, we don't work with them. Okay, and all of our partners are luxury restaurant and hotel. Okay, this is one of the comparison with Malaysia and Singapore. And another thing is that in Malaysia, when they start do the internship, they have to touch everywhere. And the student during internship say, oh my God, hospitality industry like this better, I don't continue. I just finished my internship, I go another industry. They do something, the student during internship hate the industry. To be frank, I think not more than 10% of your alumni, not qualified, all the world actually. Okay. After graduation, they don't want to continue hospitality. They normally go
Actually, Esan, let me just say a couple of words. I think we've got the other video ready to go, but let me just say a couple of words, Ms. Jean, and for everybody's information. The question actually started out comparing internship in Malaysia with Singapore, and there are two major differences. First of all, when you do internship in Malaysia, for the most part, your hotel partner will, as Mr. Esan indicated, move you to different departments after a short period of time. Could be anything from 1 month to 3 months. Some of that may have changed, but that's what we were understanding and seeing with our own eyes in early 2020. In Singapore, when you come in, you're focused. Why? Because after your internship, that hotel group will want to assess you for full-time employment. So if you come in as a F&B service staff, they will want to see how well you develop and how well your skills develop while training you all the time. Whether it's F&B service, whether it's guest services, whether it's housekeeping, they will not necessarily rotate you very often. We have had occasions where rotation has occurred on our 12-month internship programs, has occurred after the first 6 months, but that's only with agreement between the hotel and the trainee. So understand, Singapore is trying to help develop your expertise in any way that you need to develop. And the final thing I want to say about this before we go on to the videos is that in this way, when Singapore hotels train you, the government pays for Singaporeans to be trained. It does not pay for foreigners, such as Malaysian or people like myself or Mr. Esan. It does not pay for us to be trained. But the hotels will pay for that training to make sure your skill sets are what they need to be for the future of the hotel and the future of your career. So take note, we're all working to develop you to have a better life and a better career through expertise training and experiential training. Okay, that's all I've got on that. We can come back to that in the future if you like. Where are we on are we ready for the second video, Mr. Esan?
Yeah, sure.
Miss Evelyn? How are we? Or Miss Laura? Wow.
With events, wedding banquets and holiday reservations being cancelled on the back of the coronavirus situation, how has the hotel industry been affected? Well, let's speak with Jean-Philippe Jacopan, General Manager of Orchard Hotel. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Jacopan. Can you elaborate on the impact that your hotel is feeling so far?
Yes, thank you, Glenda. And Chinese New Year is a very big period for hotel, and the coronavirus outbreak has certainly affected our hotel and resulted in cancellation of events. Some guests have also chosen to cancel the travel plan and their room bookings. Our management is reviewing the cancellation from the individual hotel on a daily basis. That being said, we still have many events, room booking in the upcoming months, so we should see the bright thing ahead of us.
Mr. Jacopan, you mentioned there that the cancellations and the bookings, they're all being reviewed, but how far ahead are you seeing cancellations coming in? For example, are we already seeing cancellations for holiday bookings or events as far as the second half of this year?
Yes, indeed. The cancellation started in January, and we can already see cancellations coming in February, March, and April. We are quite happy with events, as today a lot of events did not really cancel, they just postponed. So we can see the bright things will definitely back on track, I would say, in a few months. So that is very, very positive.
Well, I want to talk about the business contingency plans. What has Orchard Hotel put in place so far to, ensure sufficient contingency and at the same time make sure that your staff, they're well protected? For example, do you have segregation of teams?
Well, having gone through SARS, our hotel are more prepared to deal with such current situation. We review our action plan daily to ensure quick and appropriate measures are taken if the situation worsens. The safety of our guests, patrons, and employees is of utmost importance to us. And then we will not spare any cost to clean and disinfect our premises. We have increasing cleaning frequency and intensity of our sanitization regime in all our guest rooms, public area, and guest facilities. Special attention has also been put in place to sanitize public area contact points such as elevator button, reception, counter, conference, meeting room. For our guests, convenience are also providing hand sanitizer in guest contact area, such as the lobby, the restaurant, the bar, and medical masks and gloves are available for guests upon request. Our employees have been briefed on the guideline provided by the local health authority. Front desk are equipped with infrared thermometers to conduct temperature check on guests. Employees, supplier, costs are unwell, and with any symptom of fever or flu problems will be definitely asked to consult the doctor immediately. For overseas guests, our hotel team will assist to call the doctor if necessary.
So, Jacopan, many have speculated about when we might see the end of this outbreak, but nobody really knows. If the situation were to persist for months to come, how concerned are you about the impact that we're going to see on hotels such as yours? And what has your hotel group done to be able to cushion the effect from a business point of view?
Well, what we have already put in place is a situation will be like this. We do have, first of all, contingency plan for the continuity of the business. If the situation worsens, our hotel will consider scheduling and vacation planning to our team member. In terms of the customer employee, we have prepared at least 2 rooms as holding room for isolation when needed, if needed. And if a guest has the fever, they will be advised to stay in their own rooms till the ambulance arrives. The room and the other relevant area will then be disinfected thoroughly. We are very grateful. The Singapore government has stepped into help on the businesses during this difficult time. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, the Tourist Board, to the effort. And I am absolutely certain that Singapore will become stronger on the recovery very soon.
All right, Mr. Jacopin, thank you very much for sharing that with us this evening. We've been speaking there to Mr. Jean-Philippe Jacopin. He's General Manager of the Orchard Hotel.
Thank you, Miss Evelyn, for playing this movie. Okay, this one was the earliest stage of the COVID, which is no one predicting it's going to be very serious for quite long time, including me and Patrick. We never know it's going for the more than almost going to be 2 years. Okay, December actually will be 2 years. It happened. Okay. And in the movie, you can see it's just very small. Orchard Hotel is not very big hotel. It's a small hotel, but doing a great job. The occupancy before COVID was very high, almost 95, 6, or maybe sometime 100%. Okay. Because they are very well known in the China, and many Chinese tourists going there. And you can see many cancellation of the room, many cancellation of the event, Chinese New Year. Which is Chinese New Year in Singapore is one of the season the hotels, they really generate millions of the dollars during the Chinese New Year. In Singapore is quite serious, Chinese New Year. And of course, New Year, and they have other events. I don't want to go dictate, which is, for example, one is Mooncake Festival, but Mooncake Festival is nothing to do that much to the rooms, selling the rooms or tourist industry. Is only selling the mooncake. Of course, the revenue is super high for the hotel industry. So another impact of the COVID in Singapore industry is the Formula One night car race. Maybe ladies don't know what is F1 car race. Not all of you, but some of you, you know. Since COVID, it canceled for 2 years. Singapore losing billions of the dollar because of this cancellation. Hopefully by next year they have it, which should be July. Patrick, normally is F1 is July.
Normally it's normally after Mooncake in September.
Yeah, correct.
September.
Around September. Normally is after Mooncake, correct. And of course they have a national day. Also national day, they have thousands of the tourists coming for Singapore National Day. Is very nice. It used to be before COVID, all cancelled because of the COVID. Okay, and all of them directly and indirectly impact the tourism and hospitality to Singapore, which is one of the best tourist spots not only in Asia, it's whole the world. Okay, to be frank, Singapore main source of the money first coming from the banking and finance industry. Okay, second is the tourism. Okay, but due to this COVID-19, government done the creativity. They start to production, especially they focus on the medical gears production, which is now become after the finance. Now is the backbone of the Singapore economy. Okay, and very interesting is that just last week I was reading also news. I love reading news and watching news. The Channel News Asia said Singapore government announced that the GDP growth and also the collection of the corporate tax was higher than before COVID-19. You know why? The reason is because of the production and banking industry suddenly boom, developing like I can use a rocket. You know, there's some kind of the alternative which is we discuss. Of course, it is in the macro economy, it's not micro economy. Okay, macro size of the government supporting. And Singapore is why not facing any financial difficulties, nothing. Very interesting. I also really, when I read the news, I said, wow, well done. Because of the manufacturing and the finance and banking industry, the collection of the corporate tax is higher than before COVID-19. It's very interesting, very interesting. Okay. So again, you can see in the hospitality industry also, COVID forced the industry to change and find the alternative. I need you give me some innovation also during your presentation. Innovation which is in your mind. Don't say my idea is stupid. Okay? Nothing is stupid in this world. Nothing. If you be shy to share your idea, you never be successful. Okay, I don't want to tell you about the person or point a character, for example. You can see sometimes YouTube, some people do a stupid thing, you know, they come do some stupid, show the face, or Korea, for example, Korea, for example, the people sitting, eating, okay, other people see them, they charge the people. It's a business. What the job it is? But it's a creativity. Or you can see YouTube, some people become very they make a funny thing. For me, it's not funny at all because it's very normal. All the people know. One of the guy now become one of the richest person, of course not in the world, but become very rich. Without nothing, become rich. So your idea has a buyer. Where you present is important. Okay? If you bring the idea of the artificial intelligence to the person who working in the farm or to the palm oil plantation, of course they say, what are you talking about? It doesn't mean that person is stupid. No, because that person doesn't know it. Where you give your idea is important. So I want you during your presentation give your idea. Nothing is stupid. Of course, if you say, hey sir, we have, for example, bring the shuttle space, put inside the hotel, bring the guests here. For now, this one considered not proper idea. Maybe next 20 years can happen. I remember during my time, or during Miss Evelyn time, or Patrick time, maybe in the movies they show car can fly, you know. All of us said, whoa, stupid, when going happen? Or even movie we see mobile phone now, your auntie, uncle, all of them know how to use. Those days, no mobile phone, you know. Now everyone know mobile phone. If you have idea, but maybe now cannot do it within next 2-3 years. Same as the flying car. Flying car, if you talk about flying car 20-30 years ago, people laugh on you. Now you can see Dubai is the first city in Emirates. Now they are doing. They plan already. They is under the practice. You know, at least they're doing the fly taxi. Okay, or drones. You can see drones. Maybe 50 years ago was the pretty strange idea. Now for the COVID, drones using the authority of the government, not Singapore, in Europe and a few other countries, they send the vaccine to those kampong area. For example, there is no opportunity to send a helicopter or send the other transportation type to bring the vaccine faster. Okay, so you can see, wow, drone do magic things now in the world. Of course, in the war, they use it. It's a very bad thing about the drone. To send the vaccine, also is very good point of the drone. So everything, any idea can have a bad and good sides. Okay. So try to find some ideas to put in your presentation about these 3 topics. Okay, I have done with the topic 1. Maybe we can, I believe topic 2 and 3 can be combined together if Miss Evelyn and Mr. Patrick is okay. Because quite are related, to be frank.
Should be no problem, Mr. Ehsan.
Mr. Patrick, are you okay? Mr. Patrick? Hello? Miss Evelyn, do you want we give 5-minute break?
Yeah, sure. We will take a 5 minutes break.
Yeah,
Maybe
10:50.
10:50. All right, sure. So students can have can go to washroom.
Yeah, correct. Also, I wanna go
some
wash.
drink. Yeah. We are sorry, Mr. Ehsan, we cannot serve you coffee or tea since this is an online webinar.
Don't worry. Soon, I'm in the Sabah. No, I come kachao you every day.
I'm looking for Kopi Kucing. Kopi Kota Kinabalu. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Is that means that are you coming to Sabah again, Mr. Patrick?
I'm coming as soon as I can. I want to have a very nice barbecued fish.
Okay, Mr. Patrick, you okay with 5-minute break?
Sure, no problem. I need to take
So we meet again 10:50. 50.
Do we sign off or just stay online?
No, just stay online, but you can off your camera and your
microphone. Okay, let's have a break first.
Yep, sure.
Hai kamu, para pelajar sekalian. Oke kah juga kamu? Boleh ada yang respon?
Hai. Hello.
Hello.
Oke.
Masih lagi.
Wih, ramai tadi. Ada 29 orang. Ya, tadinya sebab kamu mengikuti webinar kita pagi ini ya. Sebelum kita mulai balik dengan sesi seterusnya, daripada presentation tadi, coba kamu sediakan soalan-soalan juga lah. Diorang tuh sangat oke tuh. Saya kenal lama juga sudah diorang. Jadi kalau ada pertanyaan student, diorang memang attach dengan pelajar-pelajar institusi pengajian tinggi. Jadi diorang aware tentang situasi-situasi di university, di politeknik. Jadi memang sesuai untuk kamu tanya yang berkaitan lah untuk topik hari ini. Contohnya kamu boleh bertanya tentang topik-topik seperti kamu punya mungkin dalam masa pandemik ini skill apa yang paling sesuai untuk kamu perolehi sebelum masuk bekerja, macam itulah. Hi Mr. Ehsan, welcome back. I was talking to the participants, students to prepare some questions if they're interested. Yeah.
Actually, as we discussed with Miss Evelyn before, it has a mark also for your this webinar because it has mark for you, right? It's part of your marking by your faculty. So means that even if you don't want to come Singapore, you're not looking for it, you must participate. And you have to write the answers and pass it to your lecturer and faculty.
Yeah, this one is for the organizer, and
yeah.
I talked to them just now.
Okay.
Some students are interested in actually one of the organizer here. Her sister is actually working in Singapore, right,
Great.
Laura? Yeah, Laura.
Laura, your
One of
sister
the,
working as a what? Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Boleh
Yes.
Cerita saja, cakap.
Dia kerja sebagai sister. I have my sister.
Kamera, kamera.
She works in medical.
Your voice unfortunately dropping and has an echo. Maybe you use microphone.
Hello.
Yep, now great. No, great. Hey, you are Laura. You are muted. Okay.
She is nervous actually.
Why nervous? I'm not the monster going to eat you.
Yeah. As you know, I have sister in Singapore right now. She works
She works at
St. Andrew Hospital.
Okay, hospital.
Yes.
Actually, we have many nurses and also doctors we have, but nurses we have quite a lot number from Sabah and Sarawak.
Yeah.
And of course, hospital not related to hospitality. However,
yeah.
nursing, to be frank, nursing is kind of hospitality as well because they have to treat the patient. Patients are the tourists. He's medical
Actually,
tourism.
Yes, she is trying to say that since she has a sister working in a hospital there, so maybe in the future when the batch is going to internship,
Yeah.
She will choose Singapore for
Yeah, why
the
not?
internship.
Sure. And to be frank, last time we had a client related to the hospital industry, the clinic, okay, branch of the clinics. They're looking for the hospitality students. Of course, we provide for them. The reason, you know why? Because they are right. They said hospitality students, they learn how to greet the patients, talking with them nicely. As a front office, if they have a experience of the front office and guest relation, they know how to behave with the people. And they are right. They said patient already is under the stress. You know, we don't want a patient coming to our clinics and suddenly extra stress. We have a, for example, arrogant front office staff who make them pressure. They don't feel comfortable. And of course, they just prefer ladies. Of course, we know ladies much soft than boys, and they can tahan many pressure. Boys normally be too much pressure, but suddenly wanna say, okay, I don't want, you know. But ladies can stand pressure more than the boys. And if you have your sister here, definitely it's great opportunity for you. And your sister, especially for the hospital as a nurse, they have a very high chance to get the PR, permanent residency. Many Malaysian here are under permanent residency. For Malaysian, it's not really big deal. Of course, related to what kind of job they do, what kind of work path, blah, blah. I don't want to discuss now about it because I'm not immigration or migration counselor.
Right, Mr. Ehsan. So maybe we can continue with the second topic. I hand over to the moderator first.
Sure.
All right. Welcome back from taking a break. So, next topic is topic 2 and topic 3 that already been combined together. So, without further ado, I would like to the presenter to deliver the presentation.
Who will be presenting, Mr. Ehsan?
Mr. Patrick, are you okay, or I go ahead? Mr. Patrick?
We are very sorry, Mr. Patrick, because we know that the time there in USA is different from the time in Malaysia here. I guess there is at morning or midnight.
Midnight, actually.
Yeah, midnight.
Hello, Patrick? Mr. Patrick? Let me...
So while waiting, maybe participants have questions.
Sure.
To ask the panel. Please feel free to ask questions. Boleh tanya soalan ya, anak-anak sekalian, pelajar sekalian. If you're not there to ask question directly, you can send chat to me, send WhatsApp to me, and I
will ask question on behalf of you. Boleh hantar WhatsApp dengan saya ya, kalau tidak mau tanya direct. Atau dengan lecturer yang ada join dengan kita hari ini. Rugi kamu tidak tanya.
Okay, maybe I show the PowerPoint slide again, students, about the presentation.
Yeah, the presentation, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Ihsan, yeah.
Just wait for a while. Open share, okay. So you can see the PowerPoint, right? Miss Evelyn, can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah, we can see it very
Okay.
clearly.
Again, students are required to make a group of 5, okay, and answer the question as below. Use your own wording and presentation. You can use Google, Professor Google, and other source to find your answer, or you prepare your presentation, no issue. Presentation is not necessarily you prepare the PowerPoint because we don't have too much time, okay? But when you wanna submit the final report to Miss Evelyn, you have to use your own wording. Don't copy and paste from the Google. And easily we can find out who is its own wording and who is not, okay? First question, list down 5 top large group hotel, okay? Each hotel operating, most of the hotel, 99% of the hotels operating and working under the hotel group, including Shangri-La in KK, okay? So we need you list down 5 of this large group, okay, and give the best hotel in Singapore, okay? Which one is the best example of the hotel in Singapore, okay? Another question, which is number 2, there is a few institutes, okay, in the world give a stars and ranking to the hotels. You find which one is the most reliable source, which is benchmark for the hotel industry, okay? And hotel industry focusing on that. We are talking about the top hotel in the top hotels, okay? Example is restaurants. We have a Michelin star restaurant, okay? And Michelin Institute give them, depend on the many factors they have, they give them the star, okay, which is the flavor, okay? In Singapore, up to 3-star Michelin star restaurant we have, okay? Hotel also has same thing, okay? Which is the most reliable, top luxury hotels want to have a stars from that institute, not from Agoda or Booking.com. Okay. Number 2 is related to you. Is hospitality and tourism industry international or not? Okay. Should the students, means you, start working abroad, and why? Okay. And do you have plan for your future career abroad? If your answer is no, why? Of course, yes, also we ask you why. Share and elaborate your ideas about topic 1 to 3, which is we are presenting now. Okay. We didn't cover all. We left something for you also to share. The price, first winner group, $150 for each group member who come under our career graduate program, because your internship is quite different of Singapore style, so it's a little bit challenging bring you here. But of course, your alumni already who are in the presentation can apply. Those not alumni, after you finish your internship in Malaysia, you can apply for this program. And group number 2 also $100, same thing. Okay, and this one will be chosen by your faculty, not from RPT. Of course, we have an internal discussion who is the best. Okay, and I want to share with you, if you want to take a picture also, you can take a picture. I want to share with you the contact number and wait. Contact number and my email address. Okay. My email address is ehsan@rpt.com.sg. My phone number is plus means that 006591228785. Okay, you can WhatsApp me, and also you can send the email to me. Both possible. Okay, and if you have any question, of course, please consider I need sometimes to rest, sometimes weekends also, maybe I not respond you if not urgent. If urgent, definitely I respond you. And email, you send me anytime, it's okay. And please, if you have question, let me know now. Any question from students? Okay, Mr. Patrick is on urgent call. Let's discuss about mix of the topic 2 and 3 because they are quite related to each other. About topic 2 is about the skill and knowledge should graduates have in order to meet the challenges. We call it opportunities, not challenges. Okay. Of the graduates, marketability issue and meet COVID-19. Again, here COVID-19, we used to have, and we are in the phase of the passing the COVID-19. Of course, with the thanks to the scientists, we have the vaccine now, and every day they develop new vaccine, they develop new medicine to fight against COVID-19. Okay. What knowledge should you have? Good question. You must find out, okay, of course, this one is what you learn during internship and during school time. At school time, you learn mainly theories and some practical, maybe you have a mock housekeeping, mock culinary courses, all is mock. You are not going to have a very detailed. Okay, a school's job is teach you basic. Okay, you are the one who are going to search and find out more. In our country, we have 2 words for those students that study 12 years education, means elementary and secondary schools, those going for SPM, STPM. We call it science learner. Means that you learn. After graduation from SPM or STPM, then you go into the university level or postgraduate. Okay, we call it science researcher. Means that you must search for the science which is you are going to learn. Whether it is hospitality, engineering, no different. Okay, university duty is show you basic. Okay, prepare you for the practical and real job. And first stage is when is during your internship. Okay, which is make you maybe happy with the industry, whether it's hospitality, IT, engineering, whatever, or make you hate it. Okay, and it is very important for your future. Hospitality industry, unfortunately, as I shared before with Ms. Chin, 90% of the graduates after internship, they don't want to continue it. Because most probably what I found myself, I didn't research on it, okay, which is in my PhD I'm doing to do, but I stopped it for now because of the COVID. My research, PhD research at University of Utara, Malaysia, is first I see what is the education industry, what education industry teaching to the students. Is there the proper channels and proper courses and subjects they teach to the students? Is it all related to the hospitality, or there is a mixture? If they don't teach the proper courses, like they need to learn some softwares, okay, before they go to the industry. If a school is not teaching, why? What is the reason? And there's, of course, different of the public university and private university. Public universities or colleges are not stingy because the sources, the money coming from the government. Private is different story, okay? And after that, they go for the internship, which is the challenge, the opportunity. Because what you see, it is not long-lasting in your life during your internship. Okay, you are in the learning, industry learning stage, not theoretical learning. Theoretical learning and research already finished. Now you are in industry learning and search. Okay, so all these challenges at the beginning is challenge, but in general and in reality is the opportunity. It is why we don't call it challenge. Okay, but how you deal with the challenge is up to you, and of course up to your employer. Okay, this is why I have experience in Malaysia, I have experience in Singapore, and luckily I'm not belong to this country to be biased about it. I tell the students the truth. Okay, COVID-19 used to impact this challenge and make lots of challenges for students. Who wanna hire the housekeeping staff? Who wanna hire I'm talking about the operation, okay? Who wanna hire the F&B staff? Who wanna hire the front office staff? Why? There is no guest. If no guest, why should they hire? Right? But it's a challenge for you. Why you never try to go, your maybe seniors, those have a good excuse. Oh, sorry, Miss Evelyn cannot find any employer. Miss Evelyn said, okay, never mind. You just do project in the home, submit the project as your internship, which is many university face same thing. But why the student, if really want to find a place they can, why you want to focus on the hotel? If you love the F&B job, it's not hotel. The hotel is not the best place you learn. It is the restaurant. It is the restaurant. Hotel main business is selling the room. Okay. While they need to have of course, F&B services as well. They need a spa. A spa is related to the business of the hotel. No. It's a complementary of the business of the hotel. Complete the business. Okay. Many spa center you can see in KK, Sabah, Sarawak, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore. You know, it's just an example I'm giving you. So, what kind of challenge is it? Yes, challenge to find a hotel. What is the opportunity? Restaurant, right? So it is the excuse. Maybe they don't pay you in Malaysia for your internship or pay pay less, or maybe during COVID-19, they said no payment. We are talking about Malaysia now. Never mind, just go ahead. Learn something. When they don't pay you, but you are learning, actually they are paying you. They are freely provide you training, right? Without you pay any money, okay? And only you spend your time and develop your skills. So there is no challenge. All is the opportunity coming for you, right? But of course, some students, to be frankly, they need some source of money, okay, during internship, and after that they convert to full-time. Correct, understand. But this, those students, you think if they sit in the home, do the research and do nothing practically, they earn money? No. Unless they have other ideas, they want to sit in the home, do online businesses, blah blah. That one is different story. However, they are not related to the hospitality and tourism. Okay, so all these challenges already almost we are passing. In Singapore, at least, is that. I know Sabah is still the tourism not moving, and it's very slow moving. Sarawak also same. Okay, Sarawak also same. But West Malaysia, you see how people, hotels and restaurants demanding for the staff, right? Of course, they don't want to pay. Of course, they want to as a cheap labor as well. They love cheap labor. To be frank, during this COVID-19, our full-time employment rate is going to be very high. Recently, I can tell you, I don't have a day and night because I'm super packed with the full-time placement of the Malaysian. Why? Because they found out, no more I want to stay in Malaysia. They learn many things during COVID. Now they want to develop their skills. Okay. And also, many employers looking for cheap labor. Who is cheap labor? Trainees, internship. It is one of the impact of the COVID on the hospitality industry. Okay, and of course, because they cannot bring foreign workers in Malaysia because government closed the borders, which is they are going open very soon to Indonesia. This will be changed. This will be changed for Malaysia. But Singapore, since September, our demand is crazy for trainees, and for full-time is super high. There's an opportunity for Malaysia. Some say, no, we don't want. Some want. We had a student, we have actually a culinary students from Penang. Now they are serving the quarantine now. Next Thursday they release. Okay. They wait for 3 months to get this opportunity. Otherwise, I asked them, if you want, I introduce you good hotel or restaurant in Penang. Just go ahead. Okay. They said, no, we want Singapore. We don't want to waste our time because we see friends and classmates how they challenge and how issues and problems they have. Okay, so better we call it opportunities. Impact now is going to change. COVID going to finish soon. Maybe it takes another 1 year or 2 years, but we are in the phase of the endemic, no more pandemic. Asian countries takes very slow step, but steady compared to the European countries, okay, to open the borders. People suffer, but it's going to be more long-lasting than European countries. European countries, if you read the news, you can see now the cases rising. On Friday, means yesterday, Germany has the highest infected number since COVID happened. Of course, they vaccinated. It's a different story. Okay. Asian, in general, Asian are very conservative and they are very careful if they want. They have a proper future planning. Middle Eastern are the worst, like me, are the worst in the world. We think of the tomorrow. We don't care about future. Okay. My Asian culture, normally you plan for next year, next 2 years, next 3 years. You want to go slowly, step by step. Okay. It is why you become quite successful fighting against the COVID-19. You started early, go slowly, don't blame your government. It's not an easy task to do. And it's not everything coming from the government. Of course, sometimes coming from the government, but not everything. It depends on the people. It depends on the people, right? If your government become like Singapore government, which is I admire them. You don't wear mask, never mind. $300 first time. Second time, $1,000. Fine. Third time, jail. No joking. You go, you say, I go open my mask behind the building. Okay, you do it. CCTV there, catch you tomorrow. The police is in front of your home. Ding, ding, ding. Open the door. It is your picture. You didn't wear the mask. $300. Come on. They check your record. Hey, 2 times you fine. Go jail. No joking. But Malaysia government sometimes they are very, or you can say police, they are also, hey, abang, forget it. Okay, never mind. Also they are poor, blah, blah, blah. Everything. You use the word name, abang addict, everything finish. Singapore, abang addict, police doesn't care what word you want to use it. Because they are on duty. They told them, no joking, no excuses, just bring them. If they don't bring, they put the police officer in the jail in behalf of the person. Okay, so some enforcement is good. Otherwise, Malaysia should recover much faster than Singapore, which it was. And unfortunately, they conducted Sabah election, everything ruined in Malaysia. I don't want to go politics here. Okay, otherwise Malaysia was. Wow, Malaysia control like a best. Nothing in Malaysia. 28 million population, nothing. Only few cases daily after your MCO. But after Sabah election, boom, Malaysia collapsed, unfortunately. I hope for the Melaka election, not happen something like this. Sarawak local government now, they are fighting. They don't have an election very soon, which is very depend on your Agon as well, if he not push them. Anyway, so impact of the COVID-19, tourism and hospitality. First topic we touch, and second topic, what impact from the impact. First topic, now we are second topic. What skills you need? As I shared with you, you go learn some skills. You must go learn some skills. No one forcing you. What skills you need to learn? Hey, sir, what skill I learn? Easy. You go learn. You have plenty of the free time you had, no more. Okay. If you grab this chance, you grab. If you don't grab, forget it. Okay. Always chance not knocking your home door. Okay. During COVID, why you not go learn artificial intelligence? Whole the world, even Malaysia, many courses, short courses, long courses, artificial intelligence, you learn basic. Then after that, related to the field of the hospitality, need some creativity from your side as well. There is no such a course, fit everything in your mouth. You say, wow, now I'm Superman. I go do everything in the hospitality. Now I'm qualified to be the general manager, nothing. Okay. Or, for example, I'm not sure in Malaysia, your government conducts such a course or not. For example, in Singapore, the government sponsored local Singaporean and permanent resident for some courses. Okay, they call it a Skill Future. It's really huge. They had thousands of the course, all conducted in polytechnics in the Singapore. For Singaporean and PRs, Singaporean 75% subsidies by the government, PRs 70%, me and Patrick 0. But as Patrick shared with you, employers, whether hotel, restaurant, IT, engineering, manufacturing, they send their foreign staff to go and learn. Okay, of course it's voluntary, no one forced them. And I can tell you, I love to learn it. I really love to learn it. First, financially, of course, because of the business, our business also affected. Okay, financial issues, it cost me because I'm not sponsored by the government, and also by our company, also financially cannot suddenly around $8,000 I spent for the 1-year course. Am I gila? No, right? Because same course, but 1 year, I can get my master degree from University of Science Malaysia, top university in the world. Of course, if you be me, you prefer to do the master degree or get the only certificate, same price. Polytechnic, one polytechnic, normal polytechnic in Singapore, give you certificate, same price as the University Science Malaysia, which is with the Times Higher Education ranked top 30 in Asia. Which one you prefer? Definitely USM, right? And you have a master of this program. If in future I'm from Singapore, I want to go to US, Canada, or even my country, I should, hey, I have a certificate of IT in the HR and recruitment, because they have a specific course about the AI, artificial intelligence, related to the human resource and recruitment. Is a specific design. Say, you crazy or what? You bring the certificate, what, from where? Polytechnic from Singapore, where? I'm like, you okay or not? Give me master degree, I accept. Right? So it is one of the chance, I believe still you have, but you have to grab it faster. Okay, I'm not sure Malaysia government, maybe you can give me feedback if Malaysia government also has such this program and sponsor the Malaysian go for such this skills, grab it, and whatever government give you, you just take it. Okay, no government pity in this world. This is your own money. This is your father, mother income tax. Okay, just take it. And you are not going to cheat to your country. You are going to develop a skill, which is you need for the employability. If I give a resume, okay, for example, Priyani resume, okay, and with another student. If my hotel or restaurant partner see, for example, this one is one of the keywords for presentation you need to give me. If Priyani can use the Opera system, all the other skills, everything same, everything. Okay. If you can use the Opera system, other candidate cannot use the Opera system. Which one you prefer to take? Do you know what is Opera system? For example, you have one of the answer for your presentation today is that one. One of the idea must be, for example, you put the Opera system, or other softwares can use in the hospitality and tourism industry. Okay. Of course, the one who knows the software skill about the hospitality, I prefer that one. Definitely. Of course, all of them beside attitude. Attitude is the number one. Okay. Maybe you don't have even SPM, you have a PMR, but your attitude is the hospitality attitude. Frankly speaking, even you don't have a study in Poly KK, okay, they take the attitude one first. Then they train, they're willing to train during the internship and also during the full-time job experience. Every day is the learning day, whether it's a hospitality or tourism or other industry. But hospitality industry, every day you have to update yourself as well. Every day, the people preferences, your guest preferences changing. And you must know about whole the world. Okay? Whole the world, what does it mean whole the world? Because every part of the world has a different culture. Even in Malaysia, Sabahan, different culture of Sarawakian. Sarawakian, different culture of West Malaysian, right? But in Singapore also different culture, but 90% you have a same culture with Singaporean. This is why Singapore also love Malaysia. Besides the culture, also got other things. Okay. Of course, Malaysian hardworking, Malaysian assign the tasks, not 100%. Lah. Don't say later, wow, I'm the best in the world, blah, blah. Okay. Majority of the Malaysian, when you assign the task, they want to do it in the best way. One of the competitor country with you, which is, of course, they have many other issues, is Thailand. Thai people are also similar to Malaysia. But the big difference is that you speak very good English. They cannot speak English, some at all. Okay? So all these challenges, okay, of course, we need the student think. Me and Mr. Patrick or Miss Evelyn, we are not here to give you all the details. You need to search. You need to find what skills you need to learn to make these challenges all opportunity. Challenges is the first week. After that is all opportunity. Okay. Actually, number 2 and 3 topic both is same. Graduate, because topic number 3 also graduate challenge and opportunity in the hospitality industry is almost same thing. Okay. So now you are a student. I know you study from home, blah, blah, blah. We also in Singapore work from home. Now I'm sitting in my home, but my home, this room is my small office as well. Okay, I do everything here. Okay. A little bit for some people, some students difficult, they work from home or study from home. Some, they love it because they can sleep, no one can control them. Okay. So no different. You have to try. If you have a rich parents, is different story. Okay. But those not wealthy family, think properly and try to learn skills, internationalization. Hospitality industry is internationalization. You are not going to serve the local people all your life. Okay. Skill development. You have some basic skill. Skill development. If you come, for example, if you move to the country like Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, or other countries, you are not cheating your country. You are giving benefit to your country, because always I tell the students, you must think like a Japanese. After Second World War and Hiroshima bombing by the US military, okay, you know what the Japanese they did? They go to the Germany and other countries, learn the advanced technology. They learn, they make it local knowledge, they back to Japan and implement. It is why Japan is there now. Okay, and in future, if they have a war, whatever happen, this knowledge never disappear from the Japan. You can kill the physically people. You cannot kill the skills and techniques of the country. Okay, it is very simple example. Why US never attack you to North Korea and destroy whole the nuclear power plant? You think it's working? No, because already people have the knowledge. It becomes the local knowledge, no more for the West countries, right? So what is the point? US attack, destroy kill the million of the people, destroy everything, North Korea. Next 2 years, again, they have same thing. Because they know how to do it. Now it's here. If you go learn extra skill in Singapore, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, US, I don't know, Europe country, of course, those countries which are more advanced in hospitality than Malaysia. If you want to go do it in the Indonesia and Thailand, don't waste your time. They come learn from Malaysia. Okay. You don't go such these countries, because all of them coming learn in Malaysia how to develop themselves and their skills. You go learn. Never say, oh, I'm the Pahlevan of the Negara Saya. Alama, where got Pahlevan? You just go learn, bring back this skill you use in your country. If you really Sayan your country and wanna back and serve your country. Okay, so here's another challenge. The skills you wanna learn, you must go to the other countries. Which country is the most open one? Now challenge, going to the opportunity, right? Which country is much easy for Malaysian? Similar culture. Government, Malaysia has many unwritten privilege. Hong Kong, no. Taiwan, no. These two countries, you must also speak only Chinese. Of course, Taiwan situation is better than Hong Kong. Which country? Of course, Singapore. Everything, Singapore government, they have many unwritten privilege for Malaysia. Many. All you cannot find everywhere. But since Patrick, of course, Patrick is living in Singapore over 30 years, he can share with you more privilege. Okay? They open to Malaysia. We apply for the work permit. Takes time, sometimes takes time less than 3-4 hours. If we want to bring another nationality, must wait. You know, Malaysia, boom. So challenges, you have, okay, you learn basic knowledge from your KK, your school, right? During the COVID, okay, you learn basic thingy. You must go learn something. Again, challenge. Because it is a challenges for your employability if competition is very high. Competition is very high to get the work, okay? To convert to the full-time. Internship, everyone want. Everyone want internship, to be frank. When they want to convert to the full-time, all of the handshaking. Should I pay money? How much? In Malaysia, I know it is very common. In Singapore, just share with Ms. Jane, you are very costly. It is why Singapore employer, they don't want only trainees. They want someone who be loyal to the employer and convert them to the full-time. And the salary difference is much, much, much better than Malaysia. Okay, so challenges, some opportunity you got in the school. Now, COVID happened, right? Challenges, it is the challenges. How get the employability, not internship. You think about your future, not internship, okay? How? You start learning something, right? Learning something. Learn, for example, about the OPRA system. What is OPRA management system? Go some online courses. If government sponsor you, take the money. Don't say, hey, poor my government, blah, blah. No poor government. All of them are rich. And it's your own money. Correct? Go for some online courses. Choose your employer properly for your internship. Otherwise, this internship can be disaster for your life. Totally you hate the industry or totally you become passion of the industry. Very good example. My wife, close friend, was the first batch of the training of RPT. That time I didn't know RPT. Okay, even I didn't know this lady is my wife, close friend. Okay, very, one day, Patrick shared with me, yeah, you know that she was our trainee. I said, I do. Okay, just tell you, she started her training in Singapore. She graduated from Taylor University. Okay, and she started from housekeeping. Okay, first, because the students in Taylor University have two internship. Okay, one is diploma, another one in bachelor. First, she started was housekeeping in Malaysia. She hated the industry. It is what she shared with me. I'm not making a story for you. Then she no choice must go for bachelor degree. Then bachelor degree, I don't want to tell you which hotel Patrick bring. If Patrick want, let us share. This hotel is super luxury. They have a presidential room is $33,000 per night. They have a wine, the cost is around 150,000 Singapore dollar per bottle of the wine. And they have a guest buy it. It is not for decoration or just show. Okay. And he started her F&B in that hotel. He become passion of the hospitality. Okay. And she doesn't want to leave. She has many opportunities also go for the admin position. She doesn't want. She love operation. She really crazy about the hospitality industry. Even this hotel was doing the renovation. They closed the hotel for 2 years. Of course, she got lots of saving money. Okay. She go jalan chari makan until she become fat in Malaysia. Imagine bring Sing dollar around over 100,000 Sing dollar. She bought the house in Malaysia. 2 years she just relaxed, enjoy. Of course, at the end she was feeling bored, which is we bring her to another hotel. Let's start working there for around 9 months until the previous hotel again open. She moved back because she feel boring, and she didn't want to work in Malaysia hotel industry because I don't want to tell you what she said about Malaysia. She's Malaysia anyway, but I don't want to say. So all challenges from her diploma, which has become nightmare. She wanted to leave the hospitality industry, become opportunity. Because choose the correct employer, give a value to the employees. It is the most important part. During internship, to share with you, during even your internship in Singapore, 99% of the employers, whether hotel or restaurant, they don't treat you as a trainee, treat you as a full-time staff. Whatever full-time staff benefit they have, also you have benefits. For example, some hotels, hotel group, you must search. These 5 hotel group, give me hotel group. Some hotel group, if you are there as a trainee or full-time staff, okay, no different. They give you privilege and a special discount. For example, if you want to go from your hotel, your current hotel employer, to a hotel, same brand or other brand, but under one umbrella, under one group, to the, for example, US, and you want to stay in the hotel group, one of the brand, okay, you have a staff discount. Even you are trainee, you are not full-time, you have same benefit. Of course, depend on the position level, the discount is different. Of course, general manager cannot have the same discount as the just 1 year trainee doing internship there. Okay, so you will not have such opportunities in Malaysia. So think about, of course, your internship you have to do in Malaysia a little bit different of our internship program. No, you should do it, but choose wisely who you are going to work with. Don't let the employer make you hate the hospitality industry. Then all of your opportunity, which is, I said, don't call it challenge, call it opportunity, all become collapse and all become your life challenge. Because after 6 months, your internship, where you want to go work, again, you have to search.
I think, Ehsan, one of the things that we do as a specialty is we do a purely focused placement of our trainees and our full-time employees. Once we know who you are, what you can do, we focus and make sure that your experience during your time in Singapore and during your internship is the best that it can be, so that we make sure that you develop, grow, and have passion for the industry.
Yeah, is a part of the choosing the right employer. Okay.
And we would know where to place you to be the right employer for you.
Yeah. So in general, to be honest and straightforward, there was challenges in hospitality industry. Now we can see the challenges become less and less and less. Okay. But you have to shine among others. And how you can shine? I just explained for you. Go extra courses. Learn the AI. What is the artificial intelligence? Okay. Government subsidize you. Take these subsidies. Okay. Develop your soft skills. Prepare yourself for the hard skills. Okay. Tangible skills. They are all intangible skills. Okay. This is your challenge, to make these challenges to opportunity. When you know all this about the hospitality or tourism, then it is all is the opportunity, no more challenge. How you look at in the industry is up to you. It's just the way COVID impact a lot, especially third or fourth month of the COVID. Means that 2020 March and April, it started until maybe this year September. Okay, in Singapore at least. Malaysia now a little bit started booming, especially West Malaysia. Okay, hotel industry again going back, but no F&B outlet in Singapore, at least I know, they closed because no customer during COVID. Actually, during COVID, they become richer and richer. Okay, hotel industry, of course, government sponsor them and support them. They pay whole PRs and Singaporean salaries up to, for the hospitality and tourism industry, they subsidize 75% of the staff salary. Okay, it is why Singapore hotels, there is zero collapse because of the COVID. Got some collapse and shut down, but not related to the one of our hotel partner shut down because the hotel owner has the problem with the hotel group. Nothing to do with the COVID. Even there is no signboard, nothing. Still this hotel doing business, not normal business. They bring the doors, quarantine people, they stay there. Okay, means I still have business, even not hotel. This one I don't consider as a what. Okay, because no brand, nothing. It's still doing good. Okay. So all these challenges easily can become opportunity, and you shine among others. You are not the only study hospitality and tourism. Thousands of the other students in Malaysia study. Whether in Sabah. In Sabah, you have competitor like the Inti College, you have the UMS students, right? They also study hospitality. UMS itself, I think they have, each batch they have around 200 to 300 graduates who need to do the internship. But because it is public student, you think they are much better than you know. No way. To be frank, we work with another university in Switzerland. I don't want to tell you the name. Not work with the direct university. We bring the students to do internship who apply to us to Singapore. It is #1 school of the hotel in the world. Later you can search and find what is it. Okay. The student skill is, I can tell you, we compare with the Malaysian students, much lower than the students from Malaysia. Much lower than the Malaysian students. And interesting, among few years we bring them, we had only one Malaysian student come. Very interesting, from same university. This Malaysian students was shining among others. And the employer, which is Hilton Hotel, okay, they give an advanced full-time offer, ask him. He's going to finish another next 3 years. Ask him, hey, finish, come here, full-time employee. We want you. So it is all opportunities and chances you have because you're Malaysian, of course, many other items. And how you grab these chances is up to you. So challenges is not big challenge. At least now there is not really big challenge to find a job, okay, or internship placement. If you don't want to do it, you a little bit, I don't say lazy, you are a little bit less workaholic, okay. You can start to learn some skills, some soft skills. Go learn. Don't go for the accounting and finance, okay. You are not accountant or finance student. Accountant and finance student, or if you want to go do the HR job, admin job, all admin. Why should they hire you? Of course, in Malaysia, they hire you because you are cheap labor. Because you are cheap labor. But if I be the general manager of the hotel, I ban all the hospitality students if my HR hire them for the admin position. You know why? Because if I need the accountant, I ask them hire someone who has studied diploma in accounting or bachelor of the accounting. Hospitality, what they know about the accounting? Just basic course, one book, one subject, I think you just only pass. Very simple question I ask the students. Those want to go for human resource department. Even I ask you, definitely you don't know how many type of visa for foreigners we have in Malaysia. Do you know how we bring under what type of pass we bring the trainees to start do internship in Malaysia? You don't know. I know it. I know. Okay. I know all this type of visa because I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn. And I work in USM with one of this type of visa. And I did every single stage by myself because also USM Human Resource Department, they didn't know what it is. So choose wisely where you want to go. If you want to go accounting, I don't stop you, go accounting or finance. But what do you know about it? Sorry, say I passed one course. Okay, what you learn? Do you know what is the cross exchange rate? You want to work in the accounting or finance? You don't know. Impossible, you know. Okay? Because it's not your field. But in the hospitality industry, if you don't know what is the cross exchange rate, how you want to do the finance or accounting job? You don't know, you will and you love go finance accounting. No one stop you. Go for the courses. See, this one is your challenge. Marketability in the finance and accounting. You don't know? Okay. One subject passing is not the good excuse, and it don't make you shine among the finance and accounting competitor. Okay. Go take the course. Tell employer, when you send the resume, attach your certificate. Hey, I have certificate also finance and accounting, plus I'm graduate of the hospitality. Yes, that one is the added value to you. See your challenge, nightmare of the challenge to work in the finance and accounting become opportunity. Very easy. Just convert it by taking some courses. Of course, don't go take the course. Just then read the book. Okay, I answer, pass, they give you certificate. You must understand it. Of course, finance and accounting, for example, is some of the courses. Students must read from the book, nothing else. Okay? But if you want to go sell and marketing, if you just want to trust on the book, my apology. Whatever written in the book is for the kindergarten kids. That book is for only for those zero knowledge. Learn very basic. Marketing said, yeah, you will not learn it from your parents. You will not learn it from the your colleague, classmate. You will learn it from your research. Read the topics. See what people done the creativity, suddenly sell up. They bring the sale and marketing to the company. What kind of creativity? You can gain all this from research. Read the topics. Read the PhD publish research. You are not going to do PhD, but you need to see, wow, suddenly you find great idea. It's nice, great idea. Okay. Then when you want to apply for the job or internship, give two very basic of proposal. Of course, you never, if you have a great proposal, never send your full proposal to your future employer. They can just they can take it and use your idea without paying you anything and without hire you. You don't have copyright of it. Okay, I'm going to finish. It's almost 12. I think I talked too much, as usual. We may give you some time. Mr. Patrick, go ahead and give you some time for the presentation. Or Miss Evelyn, since we passed the time, you can tell us what we do. We follow you. You are the boss. I think Mr. Patrick also want to share some ideas about these challenges.
Yeah, we want to hear from Mr. Patrick too.
Okay, sure.
Well, Mr. Hassan does a really good job with explaining because he's been a student most recently. He also has the abilities to relate to you on what the challenges are. When you go away and you think about this whole today, there's a few things that we want you to remember. Hassan, I'm trying to share this on our screen. I'm not sure how to do it.
Okay, beside your microphone, you can see the arrow.
Right.
Click on it, open share tray.
Right.
Then show you the down page, show you.
Can you see this on your screen?
Actually, I see my own because you haven't started to share.
Okay.
Can you see your PowerPoint?
Yes.
Then click on your PowerPoint.
I can't see it in the tray below.
No, you must see. Okay, you minimize your times off, not times off. Okay, one of the thing you should learn also what is the time soft in the hospitality anyway. Yeah, good. You minimize the window which is you are in now.
Yeah.
Time Microsoft. Then you click on your PowerPoint to come up. Then now you open your Microsoft Team.
Okay.
Again, click on the tray.
Okay, just a minute. That doesn't work.
Click open.
I don't see it on the tray.
No. Close the. Click on the arrow icon in the beside your microphone.
Okay. Pointing up.
This one closed already, right?
Yep.
Again, open.
Okay.
Should see your PowerPoint.
I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Patrick. Maybe you can share with us.
Can you see it now?
Yeah. Just you can maximize it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see now.
Okay. I just wanted to share with you a couple of things about what's really important for you all as you go forward, not only from today, but through your internship, your graduation, and your life. There's a few things on here that I think are really important that I wanted to share with you. And these are things that have taken me through my whole life, my whole career. Spirit. The spirit to succeed, to be better every day. The spirit to, when you meet people, to give them some of your positivity. The spirit to make everyone that you meet every day a little better because of their work and their interaction with you. And the spirit to respect those around you and near you and treat them as you would like to be treated. The second item on there is motivation. What are your true motivations? You need to examine that for yourself to understand what you really feel for the future. Your motivation is to take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your friends, and develop and grow yourself into the future that will be just for you. That motivation has to have the spirit attached to it to ensure that you carry on and have the best opportunities and abilities in front of you, and that you provide the best to whomever you are seeing or working with on a daily basis. These three following words, which we call the 3 I's, the 3 I's of spirit and motivation, is initiative. Employers love initiative. An initiative is doing what needs to be done without being asked. Meaning that if you're working in a restaurant and a napkin falls on the floor between tables, and the person who's walking through there happens to be a employee of the hotel, whether it's the general manager or the waiter and waitress for that area, what do? You pick the napkin up off the floor and you take and replace it with a clean napkin without being told. Every single person who's worked in F&B knows what to do here. The second word, the second of the 3 I's, is innovation. How many times have you worked in a situation where you've done just what you've been told to do and not taken the opportunity to explore the new ways of doing old things? This is an area that your employer will dearly love you for. If you can have innovation to change things to be exactly in a better way than they've been all along. There's not always a reason to do it the same old way. If you can find a new way, a new method, a new standard operating procedure that will make you more efficient and will give you a better outcome in what you're doing. And finally, the most important of the I's is integrity. This integrity means honesty. And integrity is so important for you, for your future, and to protect your reputation. Never let a weak moment in your work career or your life cause you to lose and risk your reputation by damaging your integrity. Your reputation is the most important professional and personal characteristic you have. These items are important to me, and I think they're important to everyone else that is in this industry, and your employers will love you for it. All I have to say about that, and thank you for listening. Okay, Ehsan, are we ready for questions and answers? Miss Evelyn? Have I been muted all that time? Oh no.
Yep. I think yeah, we are coming to the question and answer session. So I hope all the participants will interact with the panels, ask questions and get answers. That's it. So please feel free to ask questions.
Okay, have we broken up into 5-person sections? Do we have 5-person groups? Okay, let's start with the first questions. Nobody raising their hands.
Pelajar ada soalan.
Hello.
Siapa ada soalan? Ask me.
Rugi kamu tidak tanya soalan. Please, or else I will mention name that I know that joining us today.
Sorry, Evelyn, what did you say?
Questions? I think I want to mention a name so that the student will ask questions, especially from the DHR5, DHR4, right? DHR4, because this is part of your evaluation. If the participants don't want to ask question or didn't have question, I think, yeah, when we are in a webinar, there is only one thing that we can make the webinar live. The participants ask questions. So please, students, or maybe the moderator, because I really heard them speaking. This webinar should be conducted by them, and they should speak more than me. Please, where's the ask question?
All right, I have a question. My question is something like this. What is the opinion of the panel if the graduate want to continue their study to higher education instead of looking for job?
What was that question, please?
Asking if the graduate want to continue their study or for job.
I think that's a decision that you have to make for yourself. What level of education do you want to go to? What is your objective? Many of our students will complete their diploma, they will go out for an internship, and then generally they will return to receive a degree. However, that's at the universities. Many of our culinary students will have their diploma, go out for work, and then continue in their culinary fields because they will get more training, they will get more practical training on the job with our culinary teams than they can really receive back at school. So you have to examine what your motivation, what your spirit, and what your objective is.
Okay, I have another answer beside that is my idea. Why not you do both together? Right?
Good response.
Very best. Okay, for Singapore, for Malaysian, a live example is my wife. Unfortunately, she went to the gym. Otherwise, I asked her also to join answer this question. Okay, she come with diploma. She started her career in the hospitality around 15 years ago, and start from housekeeping. Now she's working in the finance department. Is one of the top 10 hotels in the world, not only in the Singapore. Okay. When she was doing operation, she also started to study bachelor degree. Okay. So she was working and also doing the bachelor degree part-time. You have to first see what is your goal. Okay. If you have a plan, study and working together can happen in Malaysia and can happen in Singapore. So Singapore not stopping you. Okay. You have to look at your goal. If you wanna go abroad, study abroad, okay, and without job experience, which is very difficult to get the job in other country, okay. So the best is you have a bachelor degree, because no value for the diploma only. Singapore is different story. I'm not talking about Singapore. Singapore and Malaysia, they have many government collaboration is different story. For example, if you want to go Europe with diploma, normally they don't accept diploma. They need the bachelor degree. Okay. But if you want to beyond bachelor degree, this one is good for you to be lecturer. And who is the best lecturer? Actually, it was my agenda. I was written yesterday based on my experience when I was studying in USM. Who is the best lecturer? The lecturer who has an industry experience. Without industry experience, you can see, but I had a very good lecturer. He had a master of the operation management, and he was also the one of the production line in Proton. Okay, and he is the only one of my lecturer. I'm not very close to him, but every teacher day, every year I text him and tell him happy teacher day. And I graduated 2014. We are still in touch. At least once a year, for Chinese New Year and twice a year, Chinese New Year and for the teacher day. I learned lots of things from him because he knew what is the industry. He was teaching me operation management. Okay. He was giving live example to the student. And he got the live PowerPoint presentation, show the students. Whatever topic he was teaching, show the students understand. It was not everything theory. His name I can reveal because I'm proud I was his student, not me. I have very good friend of mine. He is head of the economy department now in the University of West Sydney Public University in Australia. Also, he was doing his MBA with this lecturer in USM. Both of us University of Science Malaysia, okay? But I had this lecture for my bachelor degree. His name is Mr. So Keng Lim. He was not PhD holder, but he is much better than those professor I had. Professor, full professor, not associate prof or doctor. Because he had experience in the operation management. Operation management is very similar to the hospitality. Need experience, no knowledge. Okay, it's my idea. So at the same time, Malaysia, Singapore, both open for you to do the part-time study and also work. Okay. If you want to go for beyond bachelor degree, is going because it will not give you any added value, to be frank. Your experience give. Bachelor degree, yes, there is a open doors to other countries. Okay, and self-satisfaction. If you read my resume, because you are one of the committee member, I did my MBA. Of course, now I'm my PhD. PhD, you think give me added value to my employer, Patrick? No. And you think I'm a study PhD to put my name, Dr. Ehsan Khodayari, in front of my name card? No. Why I want to do my PhD in the field of the tourism and hospitality? Because I feel lack of the miscommunication between employer and education, industry and education. Well, how I know? Because I work, I gained the experience. I found, hey, this one needed to do research, and I want to learn. Somewhere something is wrong. You know, somewhere something is wrong. It's for my self-satisfaction, not added value. My MBA also not giving me any added value. Okay, but in general, you can do together. Why not? Who wanna stop you? But more than bachelor degree, going to the more to go to the academic.
I think that's very good advice, Hassan. Very good advice. Other questions?
Thank you for sharing, Mr. Ehsan. I think we have another question.
For me, I have a question. What is your opinion if students are only focused or interested in one department only, for example, housekeeping?
Somebody needs to turn off their speaker.
Your laptop speaker, I think.
I think better you.
Oh, speaker on the telephone. Hey.
Yeah, already. It's good now. The sound is good now.
What was the question?
Maybe Laura can repeat the question.
The question is, what is your opinion if students are only focused or interested in one department only, for example, housekeeping?
So is it a good or bad?
Good.
Good. What is actually your main?
Okay, Patrick, the question is that whether it is good or not, the students for internship and post internship, they focus on the one department, for example, housekeeping or not?
Oh, this is a very, very easy question. When you're in internship, this is your first step into your professional life. If you have a passion, now internships in Singapore normally last 1 year, 12 months. By the end of that internship and that in the hotel that you're working at, you will be a part of their family. You will be a part of that hotel. They will treat you as a family member just like they treat everyone else in the hotel. And if you have a desire to try a different department, then after that 1 year, you express your desire to explore other departments. Of course, it depends on their operations, but most hotels will talk to you about this and look at that as an opportunity for you to develop your skill sets